Good night. Feel better this day. Feel better. It's good, Osha. It's good, Jenna. Revive. Revive. What's good, Demise? Bang, even on my phone? Oh, got first candle? How you feeling? I'm feeling better. Dude, I don't know what it was. I feel like I got hit by a fucking bus. Holy shit, hold on. Flum's already talking, bro. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I'll turn off music for a second. Got your knives today? What'd you get? You got something good?
I know sometimes it might not look like it, but I am so excited for this event. We've been planning this for a long time. It's been a lot of things having to come together all at once. And honestly, I could easily say
there's special info. This isn't a special intro. This is a Flumland.
It's going to be happening from January 9th, 10th to the 11th.
Although they do the 5
so
gifteds for Flum.
Strike teams here competing for $30,000 and for VRS and a GSL bracket. So just being honest, I'm trying to rip off Beyond the Summit. It was super cool. The players were always relaxed, but there were no fans there to be in that similar relaxed environment. So now I'm basically taking the HyperX Arena and making it the house. And with the HyperX Arena being the house, we'll have plenty of fan experiences for you to
love gambling.
Busy. You and your friends will be able to just hang out on different setups during the downtime in between the games. And then me being here with 2 other casters and basically just doing my normal thing, co-streaming, while having 2 people
it's good, Azza.
Which is
fuck my life. Flomland.
And none of this would be possible without Monster Energy sponsoring.
Candlelight coming in with 6 months primer. I also did see. Was Momo here when he subbed the other day?
Like your speed,
I don't know if you see it right now.
Be really interested. Make sure you guys stop through. I'd love to have you guys here, man. It's gonna be a great time. I really would love to just see North America.
New Shadow Daggers freehand. My dream knives, bro. That's fucking sick. I know a lot of people don't like Shadow Daggers. I like them. I like them. Do I think they're the best? No. Do I think they're pretty decent? Hell yeah. Let's go, Coyote.
So I'd love to see you here.
Let's
come
go,
to Vegas. Come support North American Counter-Strike.
I am working on my trip plan to
oh god, yeah, please come to the event. We desperately need you to be here, otherwise NACS will die.
Yeah, don't let it die, please. Is it one enough? No, never. You gotta have multiple. Gotta have multiple. How's everyone's fantasy going so far for Bucharest? I don't know if you guys joined into the fantasy either. How am I looking right now? Oh, I'm in 3rd. Vent Demon in 1st, Gandalay in 2nd.
Everyone, welcome to the final day of the Prize Picks NA Revival Series number 10.
Going good. Don't say that.
And by my side is
don't say that.
Today, and we're ready to cover the semifinals and the grand finals. We had some blowouts yesterday.
What do I think the next knife? They thought about the one with the 2 sticks. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of maybe
I don't know.
Things go
I don't
in day 1, but this is always
I don't want that.
Start to really ramp
VOCA be
up. We get a little bit more intense. We see
or no
what these teams are made of. We see why
you know, VOCA. So I was right, dude. Who fucking lied to me?
Going through the semifinals into the grand.
Who lied?
Of course,
the snake tongue. Yeah.
Maybe some familiar matchups that we've seen a couple of times here in Revival Pass, and looking forward to seeing them once again to see who's going to be closing out.
Want a hatchet knife? That's gonna say it's Valorant. Yeah, that.
Series in the past, right?
I'm not gonna lie, a spoon would go crazy, but isn't that like TF2 type shit?
Same core though. And then you had Skin Rave, who were known as Nouns, and then Blue
Skins
Jays,
a few days ago, and now Skins are going back up again. Yeah, dude. The Spoon would go crazy.
Finishes, but the #1 team here, that's one.
Or it could be like the COD thing, like the Golden Spork.
NRG with 3 championships. And
Golden
2
Sport would go crazy.
Finishes. So
Chat, I need to do the ad break here before we get into it. I think we're starting soon, so I'll rip that now. Hold on.
I mean, it always
that didn't
comes
work.
down to
I didn't open
our
up my stream
expectations
deck
for this team set really high. The roster adjustments that they've been able to use this event for to try and
combat shovel. Oh, that could go heat.
You know, some competition
like a hiking shovel.
So I always think NRG uses this event as a bit of a staple.
All right, chat. Ads going quick
for their chance to elevate, and you can definitely see it in the consistent runs that they've been able to make.
Combat shovel would be sick,
major, right? So they're one of the only teams here that's going to the major, which is super exciting for North America. I mean, this is obviously a stepping stone for them as well for that, right? Practicing, making sure their protocols are good as they're heading into that big event, the biggest of the year. So we're gonna go on and talk about.
Yeah, but you got to take trash out. You're good.
Right into the Prize Picks NA Revival series.
Is this too quiet? This is very quiet, I feel, for you guys.
Talk about that squad, those players.
Is 45 good?
And I mean,
this is good.
We're not going to get it on screen just yet, but we can just jump into it, Cole, and talk about Sonic, right? Because he was added to this roster relatively recently, I think over the last month.
Military grade one? That would go heat.
For them, I think jumping over.
It would be different, too. I think we need different.
Choice because he wasn't happy with what was
happening.
We
need something a little different.
And it was an upgrade over Carson, at least the way Carson was being used on this.
I personally, I hate the Kukri knife. I don't know if you guys like Kukri, and I'm sorry if you do. I personally think the Kukri is our worst knife in the game.
It's going to be a fun little grudge match here between these two rosters. But as you said, I think Sonic, if you talk about a guy that can operate in a bit of a structured system here that requires you to set up to be moldable, I think Carson shows glimpses of that. But Sonic's going to come through ready to play and consistently deliver in those very crucial roles there for this NRG squad. I think that's what the big benefit is of bringing him into the squad, getting himself settled in. You know, if you want to look at like what was some promising, trios there, you always talked about George and Carson throughout the years, but obviously if you're talking about a team that wants to have, firepower and the expectation that the system here is going to lean in on some comfort, I think Sonic is a much better approach for this team and fits this roster quite nicely overall. I mean, I've always liked to see Sonic's growth as a team. It always seems like he's a super motivated piece, so glad to see that.
I'd say the Kukri, it's the only knife I pulled.
Very comfortable so far.
Never pulled a knife. Wait, that thing looks sick.
I mean, obviously, they're looking back on their results in Pro League and probably disappointed, right? 3 losses there, no wins at all, and they were hoping for better results. But I think the more reps they get with Sonic on the roster, the better it will be once they get to international competition at the major.
I can repost that, Jenna.
You mentioned George as well.
I got it.
George is always a big piece. But for me, eyes on for Zodic. I mean, this is an offer that we wrote off a little bit, I would say, right? We weren't expecting him to really come back and do much of anything when he was not obviously with NRG before.
Second one is better. That does look really cool.
But he really popped off, and I'm impressed. I didn't expect him to do this well and immediately having impact for this squad. So, yeah. And then it's funny because we have so many players to talk about. I don't think there's one that I can't highlight. Nitro as the IGL. He often has impact with the frags. Bro is the top rated player on the team over the last 3 months, 1.23 rating, and is explosive in moments. Overall, you can see why this team, out of all the teams in North America, is going to the major.
Hang on, Chad. I need to set something
up.
I
mean, I'm right there with you. I have high expectations
the
for
knife
the squad.
that was
I definitely agree with you about Zodic.
The spiral.
I looked at how Nitro was calling out through 2025.
Am I watching Bucharest? I'm not watching it today.
What we talk about quite a bit is the map.
I'm going to try to do something this week.
Requires you to have a really steady opper.
I focused today on
make
sleeping
you lean on what Zodic could do for this team. So yeah, I'm right there with you here. He's going to have a lot of action in this series.
All right, let's switch gears. Let's talk about the VOCA side. And look, VOCA, I mentioned it just before. Carson, he's a player to keep an eye on, especially on Mirage and Ancient. I think those maps he can be super impactful with his aggressive play. And I think yesterday, did they play on Train? I believe they did. And he was also pretty good there. Not as powerful as he was on Mirage, but he's got that ability to disrupt.
Sexy man screaming in the other room.
Absolute balls to the wall pushing, no fear at all. Yeah. Going in, taking fights. I think one time Mirage, he just walked out of ramp, took a fight towards Tetris, immediately jumps over to find Frag over at stairs, and then looks in the jungle for another. It's ridiculous how effective he can be in that role. But also, it's a double-edged sword, right? He can also die right away. But the great thing about this roster is they're built around supporting that, right? You've got firepower behind him to recover if Carson's first foray goes awry.
Yeah, I think it's the instincts that he has right now for Carson.
We learned about that word last week, I'm pretty sure.
And kind of identify
not rye bread.
Are there for a map on T side? I mean, that's why I think his role on NRG in the past was particularly challenging, is that he needed to have the freedom to make 12 moves in a row on T side, to give 12 opportunities to try and do his own thing and try and create space. And if you're Nitro, I don't really know if that's the vision of the team that you want to build here. You want to have a little bit more control over those pieces, a little bit more control over that roster. So I definitely feel like this is the team for him here. If you're Carson, this is where you're going to be able to impact the biggest in the server there. For those T sides.
Yesterday's
I'm right there
matches?
with you.
Did anyone watch NA Revival yesterday?
If you're looking at it, he's going to be getting into the mix there for better or for worse in the series, no matter what the case is.
Speaking of disruptors, Dia,
NRG
since he rejoined the roster, I think
Marsborn demolished yesterday. Was it just
all something along those
holy
lines?
shit?
Dude. He's been absolutely
looking clean for real, dude. Thank you. I cleaned up the beard right before the stream today. I don't know if you guys.
Since Slump was added to the roster to put Slump on the rifle.
I don't know if you noticed that shit.
Hopping. In fact, it was supposed to be Dare before, but
shit, dude, makes the cut go even crazier.
Brought Dia in to replace Dare.
I could have fixed it a little bit more than this, honestly.
Absolutely another one to keep an eye on. Outside of that, yeah, it's another kind of situation similar to NRG where you have a lot of players that each one could be highlighted in their own right. Maybe you could argue a slight weakness in Slump because he has.
Am I casting ESL tonight? What the fuck's going on for ESL tonight?
At times, but outside of that, I mean, Snav as an IGL can come out and frag with the best of them. So I think that this is a well-constructed team with a slight disadvantage. Excuse me, against a squad like NRG who are just flying high right now. So let's jump now into the veto and see what maps we are
NA challengers later.
We don't have no graphic, guys. You're not going to see it. So we're just going to talk about it, and I am going to pull that up. I haven't looked at it yet.
We also don't have maps yet. Hold on, I'll put out a
there it is. Okay,
channel point prediction.
It's going to be Getting Info, Banning Inferno, NRG ban Ancient, and then Nuke picked by Getting Info, Mirage by NRG, and Train left over. So it's Nuke. For not Getting Info.
VOCA.
It's listed as Getting Info here, guys. Sorry about that, but it's VOCA.
VOCA, Nuke,
picked up by the Arc.
NRG.
Nuke getting picked by VOCA, Mirage picked by NRG, and Train left over. What do you think about that, Cole?
I mean, looking at the opening map here, I definitely like the opportunities that can be created here for a player like Carson on Nuke. Again, it's a map where you really trust in a ability to lurk. You trust in his ability to get stuck into these rounds and be a difference maker. So interested to see that come through here as kind of a possibility, especially with the luxury of knowing that NRG is going to pick Mirage into you or leave that up to a decider. The odds of them banning Mirage is going to be very slim. So they still get that luxury in the veto here. I think it's a smart move from VOCA overall. And then, Train as a decider is definitely going to be an interesting showcase because, again, this is where I look at NRG really trusting in the availability of an Opper here. This is where they've really defined themselves. Even back when they were still playing with OC, it was the most attention that you would see, OC get on a map in a veto here. He would constantly be set up for plays. So it's going to come down to
channel point prediction is open. Who's winning map 1? Is it NRG or VOCA?
Absolutely.
VOCA is aka X Getting Info.
Here,
they got picked up.
If you look at the Nuke picked by VOCA, it's not their best map.
Revival is here. Let's get Certix.
Best map of Ancient, but that was available to them, of course, since NRG just threw it out of the pool immediately. So
we have 10K on VOCA,
which is not too bad, and plus 25 round differential there. Then you go on to Mirage. For NRG, and that's a very, very good map. Only one loss.
NRG 2-1. Okay, so you think we're going map 3?
Finally, Train. It's a toss-up.
Trade ups, my guy. Have you been doing trade ups? Chat, channel point prediction open. I'll close it here soon. I didn't realize we were going.
I'll tell you
we're going in this quick.
We're going to get it through every single map of play. Let's get started. Pistol round on Nuke between.
We have 10K on VOCA, 0 on NRG right now.
Hop into the action, see how things shape up here.
I might drop this to 40. I'm gonna drop that to 40. That should be a little better.
Bit of a grudge match here between these two teams. I know that Carson's gonna want to show out up against his former squad.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot that Carson's on Getting Info, AK VOCA now too.
Both of these teams here. NRG wanted to keep up the momentum of what was a great season, making it to the major, trying to make these roster changes to elevate their ceiling. And looking for another title here.
Chad, I'll close out. Series. channel point prediction after pistol.
Coming through here, but they also have a lurk and slump waiting for the action, but Sonic just blocks 2 out of 5 before they can even start. He doesn't even have the dualies. He's doing it with the USP close range, and he found himself another. He's completely uprooted the round here, forcing Dia down the vents, and at least a chance at a bomb plant for Dia. But they've got to get past the crosshair of George. He's taking a duel, but now there's extra help coming through, and the bomb plant's going to be a non-option. It's just going to be on Snav trying to do damage on his way out. And Sonic gonna cover him. So NRG off to an electric start.
Yeah, I mean, this is the impact you expect to see from Sonic. I think he's very strong in pistol rounds.
All right, chat. Any more channel points on the prediction?
Immediately
I'll give you guys another second.
For this NRG
squad. Audio sounds delayed. Is it just you? Right? It doesn't sound delayed to me.
They faced off against this VOCA core.
I know that's a me thing.
2 of them, but the last one went the way of VOCA, and I believe that was
not leaving. Oh shit!
Series, if I'm not mistaken. So,
what did he go live?
I mean, they obviously want to get revenge here.
He trading?
I think going
is he looking at the market?
That they can dispose of North American teams without much fuss. So that's a couple of things that's going through their minds. We'll see how this whole series plays out, but I believe that
he's doing red trade up, Scott. You
shut out of a server.
Had to add balance yesterday.
Yeah, they're gonna constantly play things close. They're gonna show up with the firepower. I mean, this is a team that's so tricky to shut down. Unless you get them frustrated, I feel like they can hang into any series. Which, I mean, always is a possibility, but tough to make happen consistently. We got, I think, a deagle towards the outer yard right now. Just Glocks, actually.
Yeah, just Glocks and Sock,
so
baby.
No investment here, really. Just hoping for some overextensions.
Snap shooting toes.
Everyone's got head Kevlar. Everyone's going to start to feast up. Bro going to be at the helm, but a nice shot from Jane. He tries to farm up some economy there. He gets shut down. 3 kills with the MP9's not bad. Only a single casualty. The gun rounds will come through quickly for VOCA.
Have any of you guys done any trade ups?
There we go.
I know that we talked about it last time and put them in the Discord, but
everyone.
Anything new? I haven't done another.
NRG, a bonus
them fuckers going up too high in price.
MP9s in the mix, but 3 rifles too. Very serviceable buy up coming through from them. Smoke's gonna get tossed early. Flashbangs as well on the side of NRG. They're just trying to keep
after 2
how much aggression they tend to show an outside.
Oh shit, you pulled 2 dollars.
Kind of taking their time, going a little bit slower into lobby. George also spamming with the MP9. Is he going to connect on anything? Doesn't seem like it. In fact, he's the one who gets tagged down to 73. So he's just going to fall back and play past me. Kind of a bait and switch setup here with Nitro. Sonic the first one to fall. That's one of the big pieces gone too, the rifle towards outside. Slump happy to have found that. Snap looking for a follow-up. There it is. And these rifles can be very VOCA. Absolutely tearing through NRG. Bro will be the last, but that's it. Carson delivers him the killing blow with a shot from his AK to the dome.
They just read the setup perfectly right there. From the side of VOCA, walking in towards that ramp side, catching players off guard. Nitro, who was boosted up, gets cleared still.
This morning, I wanted to.
VOCA have no troubles. Here's
I need an
interesting, point.
I was
as well.
I wasn't feeling the best over the weekend.
Into a rifler here for this squad right now.
I'll be keeping an eye on.
As you said, maybe sometimes it
can
be feast or famine. This map feels always very comfortable for him, and his lurking towards the outer yard, just right there. You're able to show some impact. You're already able to thread in some opening damage. You're able to deal with Sonic in that outer yard. That's a fantastic start for a player that I think really wields that confidence and needs to play out towards that outer yard effectively. I mean, that's a fantastic.
Did you grade this morning? That's what I like to hear. They won this morning, right? I didn't even look on how day 1 of Bucharest has been playing out yet.
His way down into towards Secret already, but
yeah, Liquid beat Legacy. Those are best of 3s.
Smoke since faded. And you got Bro down here as well, jumping on the rotates and trying to use that block utility to buy as much time as possible.
VOCA, what a shot from Bro! Slump gone.
No way.
I think he's hungry for more. He's trying to find the AK.
Grab the rifle.
He can't find it just yet.
Snap's also trying to grab it.
I think Snap pulled it away.
Snap grabbed it.
Yeah, Snap grabbed the AK and threw it away. Said, no, you're not touching that. I know what you're trying to do. And now, Bro just falls back, realizing that someone else has to be there, given that the gun just disappeared. That being said, VOCA have kind of traversed their way towards heaven. This could be a surprise, or it will be. George Still flicks up and gets in the meantime. Zotic finds two. Shane and Dia gone. A 5v1 in favor of NRG. As soon as they get to full power with the guns, they absolutely close down VOCA.
Okay, bro got
his AK.
Yeah.
What a beautiful story there. Eventually found the AK he was looking for in NRG. Gonna close it out with confidence there. Trusting in the scope of the op there. Bro with a really difficult position, but able to create enough hesitation. And it forces VOCA into the wrap towards the heaven side of things, as opposed to maybe trying to get their way down
nothing really surprised me, honestly. The most toss-up map for match for VOCA, in my opinion, or the two actually, was Nip Heroic and FlyQuest GL.
Through this smoke.
Those are the two that I was questioning.
Open the smoke and attempt at a reaction, but Sonic will deal with it outright with his AK. Another one from Sonic, thanks for the transfer. Finally silenced by Snap, but Snap goes down walking wounded.
Already crossed though.
40 health as the rest of the team scales down.
Late, though? Shane's late.
They will make it down secret
here.
Can
he make it?
Trying to rush on in, and there's a rotate. I believe it's Nitro that's jumped down here instead, or actually Bro, and he's able to cut off the cross. 2 kills offered up as they're gray screened. And not a chance to activate here except for Shane.
Shane in a 1v3. Oh, here's player coming down the vent. That was a lot of noise made by Nitro. So Shane, happy to get a freebie there. Still 55 seconds on the clock, so I'm not sure why Nitro had a head full of steam in that.
Wow.
Made so much noise, but there you go.
That's
Shane
interesting from Nitro trolling.
will continue his path towards the B site.
Yeah, well,
player is waiting here.
Points.
40 seconds remain. Shane, what can you do? If you break the glass, they'll know you're here. George will have all the information he possibly needs, and George will flick around as soon as the noise is made. Shane is dead to rights.
I still don't know what Nitro's plan was going down vent like that. That was crazy. Maybe he thought he was going to commit single, though. Maybe that was the plan.
Head-to-head there. Yeah, a little bit awkward there for Nitro. I can see the vision around the jump down the vents, right? Just, you know, you don't expect a player to be covering that base, but at the end of the day, will still be confirmed here. 4-1 before the eco does have to come through again. This could be a very strong start for NRG. Their opponent's map pick. It's a luxury that you capitalize on. Comes down to picking it a nuke. You get that CT start. Carson looking for something to work here with the Deagle. Try again towards those outer yard goals. See if anything's gifted to you, but NRG just aren't offering up anything for free.
Fire away here towards the A site. Snap waiting for a potential peek to come from Secret, but that will never happen because no one's really there. So he'll just be waiting for the entire round. Unless someone goes in for a fight, including himself. Zotic, in the meantime, watching ramp with the AWP. And this is a slow approach from VOCA. Finally, it feels like they're going to make a decision to fall back out of lobby and potentially go for a play towards outside. Maybe not. I don't know. This is Carson's having a peek into Hut.
Maybe get a little bit more utility out of their pockets here. 30 seconds left.
Hey, Chano, what did I miss? Let's go to NRG.
Got a player
missed,
making noise towards
actually nothing.
This could be an A play. They get a rotate off of ramp. They get an opening duel. They get a little bit chaotic in the late stages. These rotates are going to be tricky here. It's a nice shot from Sonic to cut things off, but no coverage offered up by Sonic. Leaves his hopper exposed.
It was an interesting play, I will say, from Nitro.
Rotate down here. Should all be safe to deny this round here, but
it didn't work out.
Good damage from VOCA to create that disruption and kind of lull them to sleep there on NRG.
I think that's tough for Sonic, though, right? Because he's dealing with another fight in the meantime, and then the opera goes down. Like, in the middle of that, that's when Zotic dies, and Sonic's like, oh, damn it. You know, I gotta go and help him out, but it was too late, so... he does get the trade. Make sure that is the most
How are you guys doing today?
coming through lockers can do. And 5-1 for NRG. I think that's the important mark here for them. CT side looking very, very promising. You know, on a map of Nuke that hasn't necessarily been that great for them over the last few months, right? 3-5. They have a 4-game losing streak, but we can't forget 2 of those losses came in Pro League up against Legacy, who we know how well they're playing right now, and Fluxo, both 8-13. NIP as well.
Morose coming in with the tier 1. Okay, 4 months, mister.
So.
Better now that you're live. Let's fucking go. Junior God, I miss you for real. I hope you've been good.
And looking good. Slump. Hello. Slump.
How have you been?
Clear your corners. That is a very common spot for the CTs to hold. And Sonics couldn't believe his eyes. Like, okay,
with numbers are so much better.
Yeah, I mean, he knows when he takes down Slump as well.
Yeah, I like the one with numbers. It helps a lot.
So you just really confirm a lot of information. I mean, that's why you can see Carson now trying to adjust to that and take some space back. But now he has to do that with a minute left in the round here. It's not going to be the easiest recovery process for VOCA. They're going to need some X factor. And, well, burning one in the flames is going to do just that. Bro couldn't escape the grasp. I think he was getting spammed and couldn't run away.
Yeah.
And they're getting ready to group up here towards this ramp, execute while Carson is threading the needle on this flank. No one watching this. George needs to deliver a multi-kill here. Tia gonna chase things down. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Now that cuts off the rotation from Carson, who flies up the vents, and they're stuck in transition right now. Gonna dive down the vents with 2.
Oh shit! Wait a second.
Making noises. The bomb will also enter that way. He might
bomb's alone
over, but instead you're gonna look to plant the bomb, and it's just split up in between, stuck between 2 mines here. And Snav, realizing that the round is already gone, he's not gonna have any say in this one.
That's the problem. Was Dia was already committed, and there wasn't time on the clock for the rotation, right? Like Snav's like, "Oh, A's clear," and Dia's saying, "No, we don't have time. We have to go to B." And plant the bomb and throw out all that panic. NRG made the absolute correct call to send both players towards that B site, hearing the footsteps and getting themselves a 6. It looked really promising for VOCA in a moment. Like, it was 3v2 in their favor. They had the advantage, a couple of players leaning into that A site, but then as soon as they lose that Heaven player, NRG immediately rotate to B to try and catch off the bomb planter. And, you know, no bomb plant also hurts here for VOCA because they're not going to have enough money to get AKs for everyone, along with Util. That's a lot lighter on a map where you really need it, especially towards outside. Like 3 smokes towards outside is very standard. Molotov going to come in here.
Feels good, man. Let's go, dog.
A little bit required for VOCA before they move in. Slump. Looking for a peek, and before, you know, he's probably wary of it now. Like, Sonic could be around here. You expect him to clear these corners, but actually going to creep his way down into secret. Not really spotted out, so this could be a good forward position for VOCA to work with.
Oh, this is. I was going to say, is this NRG's map pick? It's VOCA's map pick.
Sonic gets plucked out. The op that was saved be used effectively, and I don't know if they've realized that there's already a player down secret side. Slump is waiting for re-aggression. Contact's taken. Bro fortunate to walk away with his life.
Yeah, you guys picked Mirage.
Unfazed. But again, you've
dealt with How many more matches? You co-streaming? I'll be co-streaming all of NA Revival tonight.
Garage, depending on where they want to take this.
I might cast NA Challengers. I'm not sure yet.
Of scaring them off of the lower hit. And they're going to be set up in a nice position where George can set up a crossfire.
Well, we'll see.
Towards lobby.
If I did NA Revival, or if I did Challengers tonight, I'll probably do Skin Raver correctly. It's
going to be through Squeaky right now, in towards this A-bomb site, and again,
but we'll see how it's going, how we're doing today.
Nitro gets 1. Shane gone. Looking for the follow-up. No second. Snav will take a ton of damage in that engagement, but he wins the fight, and now Slump getting bro. George, potential for a multi-kill here. There's the first. Now they have to be wary of that mini presence. A good time for Zodic to peek if he wants to. Eventually, you'd imagine it's going to happen. Now they know he's there because he fired off a shot and couldn't connect with it. But you're looking at the HP bars for VOCA. Snav and Dia on notice. George will take care of Dia, but now it's all up to George. Flicks around for a 3rd. Can he find the 4th? No.
Good try.
Snav drops him, and VOCA will get their 2nd on the board.
Nice attempt right there, offered up by NRG in recovery. George sliding through there, making felt like the impossible happened there for a split second. Can't turn on a dime though. Needed to find that last kill on the snap. Didn't realize where he was located.
Win another championship. 2 for 2 this year.
These very long, drawn out rounds. They are.
Am I forgetting NRG?
Leaving a lot left a question on the clock, but it's
out
also
of champs.
leaving a lot in question for NRG as to where they're...
Am I forgetting, though, what other games you guys are in?
I like the usage here. This is an all-in play from Carson, though, and it's instant dismissal onto one. Take a little 4v3 here. Stia finds the trade as well. And into the ramp side they go, full steam ahead.
See Shadow, too.
Watching. Oh, saw the player, but couldn't connect on the shot. And now they know that VOCA are heading into the B side and have control of it. So the decision needs to be made. Do we go for the retake? We've got a little bit of util.
You know, I hate watching Fnatic. Royal, we're watching NA matches.
This is the play that's going to determine it. He's got Zotic by his side. Zotic. Nitro going out. Nitro gets one.
Oh,
the follow from Sonic, and now Nitro gets the second. He's turned on the afterburners. Sonic finishes off the job, and Snav is gone. Defusal through NRG on for a 7th.
It's just so much trust right there in between Nitro and Sonic, who have to work through those tricky angles, but they get exactly what they're looking for. Hard clear coming through from Nitro, dealing with that bait and switch setup, that contact play.
I know Bucharest is also going on.
Covering off the trade potential.
I was gonna do Bucharest this morning,
knew
but
exactly what was around that corner there.
I was asleep.
No
I was past the fuck out
this round, and they get themselves another solid pickup there for NRG on the CT side, considering the start looking a little bit desperate for them in that 4v3. Unable to piece it together. We got the auto shotty from Nitro,
Morning,
which
Roxy.
is a bit of a staple. Just like this auto shotty on CT side there. Taking some notes from Eco here, it seems. Giving this rest of the riflers the full firepower. All that they can utilize, and Slump once again dealt with, this time by the op of Zotic. Got to create some new avenues. I might be able to do so.
Is that late? No, they're ahead.
By George here. Footsteps coming up. Gets one, and Zotic swings around to support him. Such good chemistry being seen here by NRG. The spacing fantastic. Not even losing bodies in this situation is crazy. Zotic continues to hold here around the edge of the smoke. There goes Dia. And now Snav left in a 1v4, watching the flank, spamming away, but the util just overwhelming him. Flashbangs, Molotovs, everything going his way. And if it's not burning in the flames, it's the bullets going through his body that'll take care of business. 8-2 for NRG.
Look at Nitro laughing, man. He just knows they are giving Snav a single inch right there. Complete barrage of utility. What do? You just have to shrug your shoulders and walk away from that one. Having a good time here is NRG on this CT side. Absolute field day. Losing a couple of well-strung together rounds, I will say, from VOCA that show how, well experienced they are on this map and sort of comfortable calls, but we've also seen that claw cost them a little bit here and there. So it's a tricky way to play out this side, especially when you're losing opening advantages quite a bit. With Sonic and Zotic being able to deal with Slump over the grand scheme of this half here. I'm getting close to more action with that rifle work, trying to get the smoke spam going. There's your first volley of utility that has since faded away. Here's the second to allow for Slump to safely cross in towards Secret. Only going to offer up a little bit of disruption.
Oh, what did you put in chat?
I'm going to follow it up as well.
Little guy. Apollo, I got a pair of Nox.
Rotate a player down lower, but
I don't know what steel tested Nox are going for right now.
Cut off the cross here. On in for his rifler, but they're starting to scale on him here. Got to be careful. Wow. The close range duel's looking comfortable for Zotic. He's got a rifler to back him up.
I bought them.
And now Carson struggling to recover that AWP as George just gatekeeps it.
Yeah, George doing a great job here. Eventually, Carson charges forth, gets one. Felt like he could have gotten the second too, but Sonic will cut him down. And Slump is the last one available. Eco round not going the way of VOCA. 9-2 for NRG as soon as Slump dies, and there it is.
Is it the best time to buy right now? I mean, it depends, right? Like, it is definitely a buyer's market, not a seller's market, so it's like it's a race.
And NRG look like they're the
You
ones
up?
that chose into
let's
it.
go. What are they up to right now?
It's gonna be that case there when you look at your Opper having 108 ADR.
Like I will say, like it is a buyer's market. I mean, it also depends on how much money like you're willing to like put out there and spend.
And Sonic as well. Both these players in towards the outer yard are just dominating map control and playing those late rounds out effectively as well. When given the opportunity.
Yeah, mine's not that great.
It feels like there are no great options here.
That's some good listings. That's what I'm saying.
Secret control has really only been established once this half, and they didn't really get to utilize it fully. Think about such a crucial part of the map here, and they just don't really have the availability to take it.
It's a risk, though. Exactly. You don't know what the market's going to be like in a week from now.
Suffocating style right now. They're looking to do so again.
But so many people are panic selling.
He's stuck in. Cheetah blow open the smoke there, trying to cause some disruption, some chaos here. They might not expect Sonic to be here. Perfect flag.
Oh my God!
Beautiful. He only takes 2 there, but the damage is done. Dia finally able to trade. But what a perfect setup for NRG.
I mean, George the wingman for Sonic in that situation and helping him get 2. Could have even been 3 because the flashbang was absolutely
Is he playing down
perfect.
lockers?
Shane, Snav, and Dia.
Hearing about knives? Why, Bodie?
It's all up to them.
Now is the Bodie. There's a reason though. My knife went back up though, and I'm excited. It's up to 2,500.
CT side than they do T side, but it's not usually this few rounds that they find on their attacking end. Snav, ooh, a little bit rough there. Doesn't really find George soon enough. Maybe the smoke of the nade was causing problems for visibility, but either way, it's only Dia left who finds the trade after Shane falls. 1v3, 24 seconds left. Bomb is on his back.
Yeah, but
this is going to be tough.
So yeah, this is a tough. Especially if he doesn't see Nitro.
Slide in here. He's got to get past the op. He's trying to jiggle the shots out, but he just can't find it.
Doing good. How are you doing?
NRG gonna cap it off with double digits here.
My last message.
Half here, taking 10, looking dominant, trying to continue this conversation here.
Also,
of what they could do, showing
the DMV for choosing for my
peak in North American Counter-Strike, and
expired 2 days
again,
ago.
Bringing in more and more comfort as time goes on. You can see the impact that, Sonic has. You can already see the connection in between Sonic and George, as you highlighted in that last round.
When they were low? What do you mean you needed your ID?
Really well strung together there.
Audrey coming in with the primer, dude. Appreciate you, Goat. 10-2. HUD is backwards right now, just to let you guys know, chat. NRG is up 10-2.
There we go. Pistol round. Zodic opens it up with a headshot onto Snav. Between Zodic and Sonic, you've got 2 players who love to play pistol rounds. And now you're looking at some. Oh, puts Zodic down to dirt with a razor-sharp shot from his USP. And now VOCA try to get aggressive into lobby, but this could be their undoing. NRG are kind of holding for it. 3 players waiting. Now they know that Shane's around over in Squeaky, so this is going to be a problem for him. He might have to pull the plug and fall back. But look at the space Nitro's found in towards the B side.
I didn't know that.
The bodies continue to hit the floor for VOCA. Shane, the latest victim. Slump and Dia huddled together on this A site, hoping beyond all hopes that something will change, but nothing will. Slump, last one available, does get one, but that'll be it here, Cole. 11-2 for NRG.
You saw bro there go for a quick reconsideration. Saw that the last player was on A. He dives backwards. The rest of the NRG.
We have it backwards. I feel.
Still win through elimination. They will dominate a pistol, and likely this map.
We have it backwards. We should swap those.
At this point here, of course, you're gonna get the force buys out of VOCA for the remainder of this game. They really can't get much going for themselves. Force buys on Nuke, I always feel like are that much more possible with a lot of close range angles and with smokes that are super effective.
Price drop again?
Never out of things.
That's the risk, though, right? Do you wait for them to prices go down, or do you buy now and hope prices go up?
Forward.
NRG made attention towards outside. George walks into A and finds 2 immediately. Snav and Shane are deleted. Slump, Dia, and Carson on this force buy. I mean, they know that they're going to the A site, but what do they do here? You're kind of locked out. You have a couple of smokes, maybe. Carson goes for a fight, loses it.
They just try and get Nitro and grab a gun, yeah.
I mean, you're down 11-2. It kind of feels like you have to go for it.
I don't even know.
I mean, you can see Slump's trying to force anything here. Maybe. HE to blow open the smoke, trying to get some leverage, but...
Oh my god.
We know which way this one's going here over the grand scheme. It's just not going to happen. VOCA know it.
About the debut yesterday.
If they're in these desperate situations.
Lightning strikes. 240.
They're not up against map point just yet, but they're going to be
What'd
here
you do,
in just
Apollo?
a couple seconds. That's NRG. Got to find their way to 12. I'm going to tick down, and a well-placed execute there. Speedy pace towards the A bomb site. George with a double entry. Goes down to the bomb in the end, but he set his teammates up nicely. For 10 chances to close out this map.
Yeah,
yeah, that's ridiculous. I thought we were going to get a close series here, but I guess not. At least not on map number 1, unless we see an absolutely ridiculous comeback from VOCA.
NRG prepping for the major, dude.
Up to their very last dollar, and it will yield them at least an M4 purchased up around the Galil and the Scout that was saved up in the previous one, and a couple of MP9s. Utility's strong too. You never know. It's CS2. Crazy things have happened.
Grind's crazy recently. Least I can do. I appreciate the primer, brother. No, I for real do.
NRG gonna close things out quickly. Jump on their map, pick a Mirage after this. Carson will get one. Okay. That's something. Scout shot taken. He's distracting for Carson at the very least. Carson will take around the corner, but he won't be able to win the fight. In the meantime,
Slumps 5 HP. Shane 19. That HE gets a kill. Oh, shit.
Towards Secret. Just so many pieces here. And now George takes this round in the palm of his hand and will throw VOCA right down to the ground. Dia, last one available.
Oh, man, that's pretty from George right there.
Yeah, games.
Save it. He just has a USP out. Doesn't even want to reload the A1 at this point. He's got a smoke and a kit there. That's his only living hope left. And he's going to get just waited out now at this point. Not giving him an entry now. Swing for the fences from Zodic to close it out. And NRG rip this series, or map away rather. Looking to rip the series away heading into their map pick. But this is VOCA's map pick. They get 2 rounds on the T side, and things just look a little bit scary for them to open up in the semifinals. This isn't the competitive team that we know.
Wow. That is a huge difference in terms of performance on this map. Unbelievable
stuff.
Is
a map one.
We talked about it in the pregame, right? We said there's so many layers to this NRG squad. It's hard to pick a player to highlight because they're all worthy of being highlighted. And well, you saw it there. There wasn't a weakness. Nitro, sure, I think only had like 5 or 6 frags, but it doesn't matter. You know, the rest of the squad's being set up for success. He doesn't care in those instances. We see that a lot from this squad. I mean, NRG's playing well. Nitro's is in the back line saying, all right, I'll start them.
Toxic Apollo is crazy.
Go on in, take the fights, have fun. And that's just beautiful work from NRG.
I just got to, lock in on what your job is there. And when you look at the combination out of, players like Sonic and Zodic having a field day towards the
channel point prediction for map 2 is open.
Outright, I feel like you also saw some great rotations from Bro in the mix that got them lifted off there.
That is, this could be a very quick series if it continues like this.
Rocking with a force buy at one point where Bro was on a 5-7 heat threads and a kill. Like, it just felt like as soon as you got a little bit of steam here for VOCA, it was shut down by some of the individual playing well. 15s and 16s for everyone besides Nitro is super consistent out of your most active pieces in the map. And, you can see how much they trust in the riflers alongside the op here on the server.
Honestly, Sonic is a huge buff for NRG right now. Like, this is going to be very fun to watch this team go into the major. But right now, they're here in the Prize Picks and Revival Series.
NRG spilled the tea. When is No Cry signing?
Already have on map number 1. You see that.
Do you think that's happening? Do you think that's going to be a thing?
All about the halfway mark to their Prize Picks frag estimate. And I mean, I don't know if it continues like that. None of them might hit it, but it's not because they're not playing well. Oh my goodness! All right, let's switch.
Some players need to get greedy here on NRG here soon. Otherwise...
We'll see. I mean, but that's the system they have. Is like goes against that mantra, right? Like, they want to be a team that plays as a unit, plays their role well, and when they do, frags are being distributed very evenly. So it means that the system that Nitro has put in place is absolutely working when you see these types of results. Anyway, let's switch gears and talk about VOCA. And unfortunately, not much to speak of. 8 frags for Dia and Carson. I don't even know if there was a moment to necessarily highlight throughout that entire map where I was like, oh, a player did, a pretty impressive job. Maybe Dia. Honestly, I don't know, Cole. It was really quite one-sided.
Yeah. I mean, just a couple of moment.
I mean, Mirage could be better. Map 2 should be closer than Map 1.
Like you said there,
Map 1 was just
you're looking at like really crucial players getting shut
very
down
one-sided.
by the NRG side. I give them a lot of credit for what they were able to do in this matchup. And unfortunately, VOCA was on the other end of that head-to-head. They're getting dominated by really threatening presence towards the outer yard, really establishing constant control.
Holy channel points on the prediction.
When it came down to it.
Yeah, we have 30K channel points on VOCA right now. We have 3.8K on NRG.
Relative safety. So those numbers really aren't surprising considering the sort of suffocation that NRG had in this matchup.
Now we head to Mirage, and this map has been very, very fantastic for NRG. Like, if you look at the results, I think the most rounds for the last 5 maps they played there is 6 that their opponents got, and that was against Legacy. And remember, they lost that series to Legacy. But if you're 13-6ing Legacy on Mirage, I don't think there's a bigger confidence booster than that.
That's
available
crazy,
to
yeah.
you. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
That's a
anyway,
huge
I mean, there is on the other side a 6-game win streak for getting info.
But do I all in, Doug? If you want to, if you want to all in, you can.
Not. And I think NRG are going to feel really good going on to Mirage. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, those sort of numbers up against Stumau and Lotto is pretty impressive. As you said, dealing with those players on Mirage, it shows that they can match the firepower. I think the NRG are one of the most creative teams here when it comes to Mirage as well, when it comes to bringing in different ideas and things of that nature. So you're going to need to see a player, I would just say, like,
you got some
on
time,
an individual front like Carson right now to shake things up and get in the minds and heads of NRG early on in this next map. If he can bring that to the table here, I have high expectations that they can still show up and deliver when it comes down to Mirage. But yeah, NRG's a dominant team here.
Next series, though, isn't it Marsborn skin raid? That should be a lot closer
and I agree
of
with
a match.
Carson's going to need to be that difference maker, that catalyst for success. We're going to hit the break. When we come back, we'll have map number 2 for you guys.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of a break. We have some downtime, 5 minutes or so till we get into map 2. We start getting into map 2. So if you guys need to take a piss, grab some water, do what you got to do it now. I might grab some food. Me and Joel made buffalo chicken mac and cheese yesterday. Might grab some of that. Expect from Marsborn anymore? What do you mean? Give me some, dude. Shit's fire, dude. Now, Joel mentioned buffalo chicken. It is cinema, bro. It's fuck. It came out good. Hold on, Chad. Running an ad. Going to get some. I'll be right back.
It's finally happening. I'm hosting my own event in Las Vegas in the HyperX Arena.
Come on! I'm ready to huff the fucking cup. I'm huffing copium, baby! Oh! Oh my god, he got T-Flash! That was hilarious! Everything to be gained. The blaster swing! Come on. The blast is in! Come on! Holy shit! Come on! Wait. Oh, what the fuck? What?
I know sometimes it might not look like it, but I am so excited for this event. We've been planning this for a long time. It's been a lot of things having to come together all at once. And honestly, I could easily say this is a dream coming true for me. Appreciate Monster for supporting me, allowing this to happen. It's going to be happening from January 9th, 10th to the 11th. So we're going to have the top 8 North American Counter-Strike teams here competing for $30,000 and for VRS in a GSL bracket. So just being honest, I'm trying to rip off Beyond the Summit. It was super cool. The players were always relaxed, but there were no fans there to be in that similar relaxed environment. So now I'm basically taking the HyperX Arena and making it the house. And with the HyperX Arena being the house, we'll have plenty of fan experiences for you to keep yourself busy. You and your friends will be able to just hang out on different setups during the downtime in between the games. And then me being here with 2 other casters and basically just doing my normal thing, co-streaming, while having 2 people carrying me, which is a lot of weight to deal with. And none of this would be possible without Monster Energy sponsoring this event, working with me for so long, and supporting North American Counter-Strike. If this event seems like your speed, like someone would be really interested, make sure you guys stop through. I'd love to have you guys here, man. It's gonna be a great time. I really would love to just see North American Counter-Strike show up for this. We don't have a lot of events here, but I think this is a great stepping stone, and hopefully, with your guys' support, we'll be able to do more of these. So I'd love to see you here. Come to Vegas, come support North American Counter-Strike. Love to see you here. I said it 3 times. What? Oh, God. Yeah, please come to the event. We desperately need you to be here. Otherwise, NACS will die. You know what? There we go.
I'm muted. I'm back. Batman land. Yeah, dude. Flomland. Who's going, chat? Who's going to Flomland? Head count.
All right, we're back here. Getting ready for the second map of play on NA Revival Series number 10. And NRG absolutely smoked VOCA on Nuke. I mean, it was not really close at all.
No, it was not.
Yeah. I need to know why you look like an awkward ant. Bro. What did you do?
I was dancing before we started. And Rob said that. And it's probably true because I don't really know how to dance very well. So Rob said description likely accurate, but that doesn't mean I can't enjoy myself dancing, Rob. It's
yeah.
You know?
It was very quick.
That's a good way to put it there. You don't have to be good to enjoy dancing.
It was a quick creation.
Yeah. Can you show us the move?
Quick creation.
No, I cannot.
Okay.
I don't think so.
It was good. It's good.
Fair enough.
Is it the best?
We'll pass
no.
on that for now.
Is it
Maybe
good
later.
though? Oh, it's fucking delicious.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this next map though. I mean, Mirage is going to be a chance to bounce back.
Could it have been better though? Yes.
I mean, obviously,
but it's really good.
For a team that needs to be able to step up here and show a little bit more of what they're made of compared to what they had and Nuke and for again the reasons why I believe this, Carson I think has a little bit more of a crucial role. I think it's a lot easier to actively lurk in this map and get up to those frustrating positions. I think it's a lot easier for Dia to get activated and confident. I almost don't even know if he had an op in that last map for the whole matchup other than one round on the T side, so he got shut out there quickly, so definitely looking to revive on the defense for him.
Yeah, that was a rough map one for
the
them.
CT side of Mirage.
All right, let's jump into
it.
Yeah,
channel point prediction still
here.
open, by the way.
VOCA,
26K. 26K on NRG and 40K
sure
on VOCA.
Effective.
Channel point prediction is still open.
Because he takes those fights up mid.
Looks like what?
Effectively sometimes.
I don't know what that is, Royal.
On point there, then you're in trouble, I would say. He has to be that catalyst for them. And idea as well with the AWP. Kind of silent on that first map. I expected more of a duel between him and Zodic, but it was just a
UFC fighter. Let me look it up. Let me look him up.
He had his range on things consistently here. And see if that trend remains true. Coming up onto Mirage. Got a interesting execute right now. Molly goes deep in towards jungle, and finally a smoke towards.
I'll give you guys pistol for channel points again.
Fighting for CT control. They fight for jungle control. Get the bomb down pretty comfortably without taking too much contact. And now starts the timer up against a retake setup. Snap with a defuse kit and a smoke to boot. Some pressure being put on here. Playing in passive positions out there. They're allowing for VOCA to retake some of this control. They're just dwindling the HP bar slowly but surely. There's that smoke on top of the bomb. And that's going to be the pressure point here now. Shots start to connect and rain out.
I think it was heard.
Positioning looking strong here and consistent fights being won. A complete flood despite 4 players on very low HP. VOCA are going to be able to fight through the adversity.
All right, good luck. Have fun on channel points. I close that shit.
And you're right. I mean, despite all the damage that's taken, NRG's Glocks can do no more than give VOCA a ton of paper cuts. 1-0 in VOCA's favor. NRG with that bomb.
It was a flawless retake.
Absolutely be force buying.
It was good.
So they'll be likely getting a Galil in the mix, I would expect anyway. What are you buying, Sonic? There it is. Galil for Sonic. Everyone else on the Tech 9 or a Mac 10 to try and get that util in play, but even then it's not that much utility. But I mean, you look on the other side, it's the same story for the CT side, right? Like, you just want to get those rifles up, it seems, for VOCA. They're not really concerned as much about the utility, looking more for those straight fights, which you could argue is a little surprising given the way that previous map went, but we'll see.
VOCA need this round, though. Things can go downhill very quickly.
I think NRG throws some of their coolest executes. They have some execs that feel kind of old school, where it's just like a wall of smokes to try and get the bomb planted, so you don't see the traditional, you know, smoke jungle, smoke stairs. Kind of see like a wall to break through into the site and allow for bomb plants, and then the way that they play those pose plants are really interesting as well. So we'll see what they have in this one. Got a little bit of utility in Barrage, but it'll be a standard execution, and for this case, utility working perfectly to break down the setup and force them into passive positions again for another retake setup here for VOCA.
Sonic does have Molly still.
This time.
That's in window.
Snap could be overlooking the player in jungle completely. Like, I'm not sure that he's aware that Zodic is this close.
Zodic's in CT.
Especially
what
with the fight coming up against Bro.
Here's that.
Zodic's slipped into CT.
Doesn't even matter.
Bro actually gets one before that. Carson finally gets the response. This is looking very rough indeed. Flashbang, blind slump. He's still fighting forward. Cannot get anything done though. And it is NRG who are going to take this round. Carson trying to fade away. But Nitro will likely be fighting this, and I don't think Carson's even going to be able to save his gun. No, he won't. George flanks him out, and NRG tied up immediately.
Who's dead, though? Only George died.
That timing right there from NRG was unbelievable.
Bring me the force buy, dude.
Getting himself in towards CT while Bro somehow managed to cover the window was crazy. I mean, that's at least you maybe sacrifice a player in CT for the way that you can work through jungle control. And They get the best of both worlds off the back of that timing. Bro deals with the player in window.
Extra feeling like Hannah Montana.
Be a late activation for VOCA and catch players off guard. And Zodic gets the flank through CT, so you couldn't ask for a better timing on that play. And the force buy works out big time for NRG. They get guns ripped away from the defense. And they have to play up against just 4 Deagles now on a force buy reaction from VOCA. It could feel like more frustration lingering. As soon as you lift off on this map of Mirage, you get it answered right back with a great execute from NRG back-to-back rounds.
That really takes the wind out of your sails if you're VOCA as well, right? Because you're like, oh, we got the pistol. No one died. Looked good. Let's build up a strong lead here on Mirage and really make a fight for it in this series. And NRG immediately come back and take the round. And not only do they get it, they drop all the bodies too. So no guns can be saved over.
WNRG.
Force buy for VOCA. Doesn't even feature an SMG. It's just the Deagles and one low.
You guys know when the boys head out to the major?
That is in Shane's
Is this their last NA event? Oh wait, no, they're playing in the
for Sonic right
Challengers
now.
Finals, right?
Trying to get that bailout option, and there you go. Sonic will get taken down. Caught in a bit of a tricky position here. We'll see how the clears are for this remaining.
Oh, frag jersey as well. Okay.
George deals with the side as well. So
yes, VOCA was getting
establish a foothold on this defense. Is slumped. Everyone else taken down swiftly in a trade from Zodic. Not even looking to plant that bomb. Wants to end it early.
That should be interesting too. M80's also going.
Take a couple of casualties, but they trade effectively enough to sustain here into the round.
All right, well, it got a little bit scary, right? When you lose Sonic and then another pistol player is able to strike true for VOCA.
Well. Is that beep is?
Calm, cool, collected composure. And we'll get a second and now face an anti-eco, likely 3-1, which again is got to be such a
new league secret
VOCA.
design. Are you asking me or NRG?
Snap. Oh my goodness, what a flashbang cost. I mean, the awareness from Nitro would be like, yeah, they're probably going to charge mid. I'm going to throw this flashbang to Sonic. Oh, what's that? Slump and Carson actually get a couple here. It got interesting for a moment, but Sonic wraps up the round.
Major stage is already locked.
Yeah,
major stage is already locked.
We're talking about a 2v2 with guns recoverable.
Or what? What do you mean throw it deepest? What are you talking about, dude? No, I'm frying right now.
NRG.
I have a knife left combo buff.
Only lose 2 players in the round overall. VOCA gonna get quickly into the rifles now. Again, you're talking about with the financial struggles here.
Hey, I got more than 5.
Just no op in play for Neo, which is what we highlighted could be a good start. A player that we know can take control over the server. Can try and do it with the rifle, but I don't think it's as effective as the way that he opts on this map. Can be such a difference maker if he has his weapon of choice, but not afforded that opportunity right now.
Yeah, I would need to learn one too. Imagine Valorant Champions and Major win in the same year. Also, if you're talking about NRG, they also won Rocket League.
NRG slowing up the pace. Sonic around connector, but there's a lurk and George towards Palace. There's a great flashbang for Sonic to peek around.
50 mil mode.
Gives up the space, and that will save his life, I would say. The fact that he deviates towards that right-hand side.
No, NRG's cooking this year.
As it stands, it allows NRG to gain even more forward positioning into mid. Now, bro, looking into the B apartment. Shane watching it. VOCA would really love an opening frag here, but NRG are giving them nothing to look at until NRG actually go for the execute, is what I imagine.
Bro's going to swing this at some point.
Now you hear Bro definitely hearing this footsteps right now and hearing that this is jump spotting coming through from Shane. The rotation coming through. Now Shane has to buy time. He's trying to reposition and does hold down a single kill. Looking for multis, and the clock from Zodic will deal with them. The trade available, he cuts off the help. The support system now taken down as well. Dia slides his way to the site, but he misses his chance and now runs away. Burns in the flames. There's time for this plant here. A player rolling up cat late to the round as everyone tries to exit market here.
Zodic looking major right now.
For Cat. Nitro's late mid.
Two. Cutting off rotation 2. Sees the barrel of Dia and then hits the shot. Threading the needle to find that as well. There was a second for him to get the shot on, and it connects. Sonic gets the last. That's a 3v5 that NRG pull back flawlessly.
What's Sonic's webcam?
They're just
that his phone, dude?
Good right now.
Yeah, you see how they manipulate the defense. They get the rotates rolling, and a really tricky round to have impact from. If you're Zodic, you have to manage to find the kill onto site, which is usually an impossible task for an opper, but it's made easier by the fact that he's low on HP, whips out the Glock, deals with it, and then cuts off the support system
Sonic on FaceTime
market of trying to instantly react and get back into position in time to try and support Shane, who's doing his best to hold things together, but eventually gets overrun, and VOCA much needed timeout. So as you said, that 3v5 vanishing in thin air is exactly the opposite of what they needed.
Yeah, Zodic spinning around, practicing his flicks during that timeout, or just having fun generally. It's gonna be a 6-round of play for VOCA. 2 Deagles, 2 5.7s, a USP, armor around it, so the half buy is on. But I don't know if this is going to be too much of a challenge for NRG with the way they're playing right now. They have no weaknesses.
Steamrolling chat. They even break HE to take the fight. Con.
Looking to recover a little bit of structure. Make sure we're going to start things off with a nice opening duel. To lurk some players up the cap flank as well, and Dia strikes, but just the USP not going to be enough to deal with pressure here. Snav looking for anything extra, but avoided by Sonic. Doesn't want to hand over his life as well.
Solid. No, I can't do that.
Molly for good measure to keep him from getting chased down here. Calling in for his help. Will come through eventually. He does get sidelined by Carson, but this is NRG with a 5th round anyways. No concerns with how they get it.
Bro,
NRG going to dominate here and take another.
There isn't a single piece of wasted utility from NRG in that round. Like, everything had its purpose. It was just nothing missed the mark. Super efficient.
I'm gonna say it. I've never seen NRG play this good.
This is an NRG squad that wants to.
NRG, I love you guys, but this is different.
Nitro's talking up a storm.
This isn't.
He's doing a fantastic
different
job supporting his squad, both when it comes to the fragging as necessary, but mostly with the utility so far here in this series. Goodness me. And if you're VOCA, right, like there's a flashbang ready towards the end of the round in mid, and they're just trying to find some exits, but NRG are giving them absolutely no room for comfort at all. As soon as you take down an energy player,
there's to the next RLCS
utility waiting for you.
Yeah, they're gonna sub me in,
like
dude.
There's no relief.
Next RLCS, I'll be playing for them for sure.
Spots out the shoulder. Did he pop a shot off? I think he did. That's why Carson would have fallen back, so that would make sense.
Yeah,
P shot rings off. And connection onto Sonic there as well. So Dia, back with his gun of choice, is able to already strike true. Move into recovery mode here, down a man. With 4 players on the defense.
Might be overcooked.
So you expect this one to go well for VOCA. We'll see if Nitro can get involved. Snap tosses an HE, doesn't realize how close around the corner Nitro is, but he still wins the head-to-head duel there. Doesn't matter if he's caught off guard. Able to sustain.
Finally something for VOCA, and you see Zodic brought down to 2 HP. This round's not going NRG's way. Only 30 seconds left. I think Zodic and Bro may just opt for the save. So it all starts with Dia, and we talked about it before, Dia and Carson, right? We needed them to be strong if VOCA are going to have a chance at coming out with victory here, and both those players get those opening duels in their favor, and NRG can't really activate afterwards.
Save attempt through. I don't think Carson's not going back, Palace.
You know, 2 players that need to be able to offer up the win.
I'm curious as an org that's not competing in league
bring
to the table for.
And they're able to strike the first couple of kills. Also, Snav holding off connector. That could have been a big vulnerability to facilitate the access on in.
Baker.
If he's able to strike up Con, then you're looking at more threat on that A-bomb site. But VOCA matched that threat with a lot of numbers themselves.
Framed if Nitro frags, he will move to Liquid. Go to Chue. How did Chue do this morning? Did anyone... I know that you guys said that Liege was looking good. How'd the rest of the team look? I wasn't there this morning for it.
Touch. 2 players in underpass, 2 towards ramp, and 1 top mid, spamming, expecting something to potentially come through on the side of VOCA, and you can't blame them, given how apt Carson is to push that smoke.
He was crunker maxing? Oh, that doesn't sound... Oh, wait, that actually sounds good. He played good after he warmed up on crunker.
Control is now lost by Snav. He's actually going to try and...
Only a little negative? Oh, he did good then.
A little bit of damage onto Nitro.
He was killing it.
Avoid, for now, this early... fight towards middle, playing in a more passive stance. It looked like for a second a boost was
actually wait till
after be on order.
I was gonna say I need to go fucking. I feel like I got buffalo sauce
so
on the
far.
lips,
They're gonna wait things out a little while longer. Deep Molly tossed in. Maybe they cut off the rotation through Murder Hole right now. Gonna make things a little bit delayed. Working their way up Con again. There's a massive setup here to deal with this Con pressure. Nav and Slump standing side by side, shoulder by shoulder, with help from Catwalk as well. But still, being able to answer back with the 2v. 2 for 2 before Snap finally gets involved here. Our player's still tucked in towards CT. These HP bars are dwindling here.
Huge HE.
And the kills eventually come through. It puts George into a
14 seconds,
clutch.
though.
1v2 for George. Carson down to 15 HP. George makes the plant. Carson jumps up for information, and Carson will finish the job on George. Third round for VOCA. Finally, some signs of life for the squad that looked completely silent on Nuke with 2 rounds in a row.
That was a little rough. Come on, Chad. Give me a second.
Massive statement there. Being able to survive, it feels like they really got a read on what they have to do in these late rounds here right now. For the side of VOCA, it's constant resources stacked where they need to be, and again, take a little bit of trading, take a little bit of damage here, but they still have the numbers game that's working out in their favor, and this is just feeling like a much more sustainable way for VOCA to work through what is some very active firepower.
That nade's gonna do a lot of damage. Oh, not. Excuse me. My bro was a little bit further back than I thought, and the nade actually clips the wall. So bro only takes 5 HP of damage. Not too shabby, and he gets to hold his spot without being spotted out. NRG on their first eco, by the way, of the entire series. Had a force buy before, but not an eco. 4 players bunched up toward the A site. Here comes the execute. Smokes are good. Slump doesn't have visibility. He's the only one watching the A site for now. Bro gets caught towards B, but now that's going to activate NRG towards the site. They just want to get a bomb plant here, but Carson trying to deny it. Gets to. Sonic gets the headshot. He's going to get a shot on him. And now spam on board from Snap will ensure that the bomb plant does indeed not go down. 4th for VOCA. They're only 1 round back of NRG.
Some big strides here back into this matchup, into the series outright, with some of the step-ups that we said needed to come through and get involved. And now they're bringing the double op out here. Now that you got Slump rocking the scope as well. Just a good measure, making sure that they get everyone involved. And I like this start for him as well. He's just going to go rolling out towards apartments. And where usually you would see an opper try their luck in a primary opper play in this position, he can just sit there and post out for the whole round as the B anchor of sorts. Might need to rotate over though, because the play is heading towards A, where the bomb site again is stacked, where they have the great numbers, where they have the good utility, trying to set up for these flashes and blinding up a player running inside the jungle smoke. And a huge opportunity right now presenting. They try and collapse through connector, but when will you finally see the strike from Bro? He's gonna go through the smoke. And towards CT, gets cut off. Snav, he heard something, and he's not gonna let that slide here. Pressure being put onto Dia. He handles it. One, not the second, but that'll be found out by his teammate alongside him. So no big concerns there. VOCA capitalize.
Yeah, lost the sight. Did VOCA, but absolutely solid on the retake. Great work on the side of Dia, along with Shane, right? Combining for those 3 frags, but an important op shot hit by Dia throughout that mix as NRG were trying to threaten towards CT. But he shut that down before it even became a conversation. So finally, VOCA tied up at 5-5, a chance to retake the lead, which they had back in the pistol round, but that was very brief. And really, at least showing that they can compete with NRG and go toe-to-toe with their rifles, which we expected coming into this one. We weren't necessarily underestimating VOCA. We knew that NRG would probably have the edge just because overall they seem like a more solid 5. But Dia, Slump, I mean, well, maybe Dia, Shane, I would say, highlighting those 2. That can be very solid. Carson, especially on Mirage, and that has been the player to keep an eye on. We talked about it. He needed to be solid here, and he's got 11 frags on the board.
Yeah, I mean, again, the consistency in which they have good reads on the round. They have good positioning out of Carson, and the extra man that's always over for VOCA is so promising. I mean, that's what's got them through these 4 rounds, it feels like, in consistent fashion, as you said, as well as Carson having those big numbers and everyone else showing up with their roles. But it's the rotations that come through quickly that are offering up a big difference maker here. Missed window smoke, a little bit awkward to scale out here. Forced to throw more and more utility. So again, they stack the A bomb site. Flash up connector. Look at the amount of presence in connector right now. Off ready to go here. So flashes continue to roll out the aggression. They continue to blind him up here now, and he has to shotgun off his way out of this situation. Looking good to do so. His teammates trying to fight as well, and Snap transfers inside the smoke for 3 kills. Able to keep things contained here. VOCA gonna take a lead.
Finally, some smiles for Snap as well. It's been pretty grim on that side for VOCA throughout the series, but they've got a lead after it was 5-1. They get 5 in a row of their own and look to make it 6 in a row, potentially to take a 7-5 lead into that second half. And when you look at the numbers for NRG over those last 3 months, I mean, absolutely ridiculous CT and T side win percentage. In fact, their T side win percentage is higher than CT side, which you don't often see on Mirage. 67.9% of their T rounds are typically victories, and 64.6% of their CT rounds are good. So, I mean, nothing's really going to change into the next half for NRG. I think they're still going to be solid, but VOCA are going to have to keep up with them time and again, round after round, and Snap is doing that again here. After losing the opening body, he finds Sonic trying to sneak out of that smoke and brings it back down to even numbers.
The first point of contact for the slump dog, who catches the jiggle and reacts accordingly. Bro was past his crosshair, had the chance to maybe catch him off guard, but he sees the shoulder there, gives him the advanced warning. And they try their luck back towards this B side because A's been, you know, stacked up through connector and the heavy presence that VOCA are establishing in that side of the map here. They finally realize now why that's the case when Slump shows his op for the first time in a little while, and we're like, oh, they just have all the apartments controlled. That's why we're constantly running in to pretty heavy setups. They're going to do so again late into the round here. Reaction is to try and cheat some players over and get some support system. Yeah, very tricky to uproot position. He gets caught.
Yeah, and interesting where they're placing Zodic, right? He's just playing Overwatch from that, and well, now he can't be implicated in this play. Shane's gonna find Nitro, then he gets George, and now Zodic is way out of the play. That's the risk when you set things up like that. 10 seconds left, round's over. It's going to be a 7-5 half in favor of VOCA. Zodic, you don't have to save for anything. You can try to take a fight, but I guess there isn't much that can happen in the round anyway. As we will move into the second half, a fantastic recovery from VOCA.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge streak of rounds right there. 6 in a row for VOCA heading into the second half. That's a lot of momentum picked up there, and NRG kind of running out of answers for how they work their T side. Big difference maker coming through is Carson.
How long have I been muted?
Shane
Not
also,
long.
You know,
Not
giving
long.
over that B site. Over to Slump to take
Let's get
control.
Go. I didn't know what you said.
AWP.
I hope not long.
We get into the second half here now.
I hope not long.
What do they got for us? NRG on the pistol. No, no.
It was intentional.
Setup,
It was
right?
calculated.
A smoke and a flashbang, but no kit. I think he gave Bro the dualies to play out towards that A side. So it's going to come down to their availability to hold this bomb site as opposed to play late in the retake.
Such an aggressive play from Sonic. As long as he doesn't make a noise, he should be good.
Played against each other on Mirage. It was in May 7th. That's quite some time ago, 5 months ago. And Sonic, well, he's ready to get back to his winning ways with a headshot on Carson. The lurk is gone. And Sonic can relay to his teammates, hey guys, it's clear up here. Stay on the A site. That's probably where they're headed. So 4 players will be waiting to greet VOCA towards A, and greet them they will with a flurry of bullets from USB.
Back though.
India. Shane will get 3. Total anyway, but he's the last one standing, and that'll be Sonic ending him with his second on the round. 6th down for NRG.
Impressive that they kind of make it close there for VOCA. They start to realize where the positions are and pull it back almost from a 5v2 to a 1v2 eventually, but
there's no plan.
NRG going to close it out and land the trades available here. It's going to be again what we kind of expect out of VOCA.
That probably was like clearing
super aggressive when it comes to these force buys.
2 rounds. Goddamn.
So they're going to remain in that trend. With no bomb plant, they would, 9 times out of 10, I feel like, unless they're facing a big deficit, make this call. That's what they do here now. Sonic set up with a little bit of aggression. Hunting these ecos, realizes there's a deagle around the corner, doesn't shy away from these duels. Gets all the time in the world to land that spray. He'll kill off it over, and he continues to fight forward. Wanted to take full advantage. Usually what we see out of these rounds, though, is for the opper to get that aggressive with like a SMG. I mean, I know that Junior does it quite a bit.
That should be the round.
With Skin Rave there, he'll hunt down all of the ecos he can with the MP9 to try and farm up some cash flow. But they send Sonic forward. Definitely a player you want with the kills and with the confidence. And that's exactly what he'll gain here.
Yeah, and it's a nice recovery from NRG. They take the pistol round, they convert off of it. We're tied up again. Here come the rifles for VOCA. But like I said, it's always going to be one difficult round after the other for VOCA, regardless of the side that NRG are on here. And I would say that even though the stats say that it's a weaker side, quote unquote, for NRG here on CT side, it's still going to be very difficult for VOCA to uproot them. And it is Mirage. So if you can find your rhythm and your footing, foundation-wise, economy-wise, eventually the T's might run out of steam. Slump moves in from underpass. He will be alone in that venture, at least from underpass. And he gets a decent amount of damage. Looks the wrong way, but so does Sonic! Oh my goodness, I thought Sonic would have him dead to rights, but instead he does get traded by George. We have a 4v4.
Yes, I mean, surprisingly, George is able to slide out. I think there was some great flashes thrown in. Or VOCA caught with utility that left those players top of mid without an option to trade out. So Slump does go down in kind of a frustrating fashion where he was relying on his teammates to cover off his bases, and they just couldn't put that into the picture. And now they lose apartments control. Double up in connectors is a bit scary though, and they've taken down the player with the rifle. Do the smoke, they're gonna do a little favor. Looking for the trade and gray screen. No, Dia gonna drop as well, just leave Shane with a side turn, but he lands a monster adjustment now.
1v1.
Nitro rolling up on what is a furious flank. Will he be able to catch Shane by surprise? A confident swing, maybe call him on the edge of the smoke, doesn't matter. He still beats him on the jump there towards CT, and VOCA needs Shane to come up clutch. He delivers.
Yeah, they needed him for more reasons than one, right? Because that's just the bonus round coming through from NRG. The MP9s almost finding victory, but Shane pulls it off for his squad by finding the first and then the second in that 1v2 clutch attempt. And I mean, it's not easy, right? Because Nitro was swinging through, and Shane had to be sharp to realize that the fight was going to be presented immediately, and he was. Lead restored for VOCA, but they've still got another test ahead of them. The AWP and the 4A1Ss will be coming through. Sonic has been very, very good with the op, going back towards nuke CT side, so I expect to see a lot more of the same here.
Come on, Chad, Joel's messaging me right now.
NRG are not going to get aggressive into mid. Everyone nearby is probably Sonic. You could argue Bro that's just setting up util for Sonic though.
Taking again a bit more of a passive stance here. It's hard to do over a whole half there versus again Carson, who can be such a game changer. Boost up here.
NRG, my channel
and they're going to walk into the angle. In the meantime, I think you're going to look for a boost in towards window on the T side. They just smoked it. But when you got two players in towards underpass early, it's exactly what they're going to get away with here. And Bro just can't catch him on the angle right now, so Snav in a deadly position as they try and scale up towards Cat. There's the spot out, there's the fall off for Bro. But this B side is going to get no help considering that Snav is in a position to cut off these rotates. It's a key detail.
Oh, Dia actually catches Bro, getting a little lackadaisical on this around. Cat now Slump and the rest of VOCA are charging in towards B. Snap gets another, and Dia finding Nitro. There is a little bit of a response from NRG, but they are locked out of this B site, and with the money the way it is, this is already going to be a save.
Yeah, they caught Bro off guard big time right there. I thought they, I was right there with you. I thought that there was going to be a chance to get the jump on that play and for Dia to get sidelined, but you get exactly what you're looking for. The round set up from the very get-go. VOCA boosting a player up and towards window, and slowly working the map control afterwards. They're forcing the boost off, making sure not to lose any players early, avoiding a lot of the NRG setup there. And then when you finally see them spring into action, sure, it helps that DA gets the opening duel. That's going to give you a lot. It leaves Nitro all alone. And again, when you have Snav in a position to ensure that there's no way NRG can comfortably rotate, that's going to be a dream round set up from start to finish.
God, I'm trying to like also message Joel. He's having car troubles.
Looking to steal away Mirage from NRG.
No one's responding, so
the money situation is not great.
We'll see. I might dip to go help him at some point.
Sonic and Nitro pretty much echoing here around the save day WP and the A1S, but we've talked about before, just one rifle can make the difference, especially, I would say, in the hands of Sonic and Nitro. But unfortunately for them, oh, maybe not, bro. Connects with the Deagle headshot. Still alive as well, as VOCA are trying to go in. Finally, he will fall. And the tough choice here for NRG is to try for this. I mean, it would be better to keep the guns alive. We'll have a healthier buy-up in the next. And yeah, they're making that call.
Then Sonic to maybe go grab a rifle. That's your best bet.
That makes sense here. Sonic gonna stretch out for some exits if possible. But you want to keep on to the rifles. You know that these post plants are a little too strong. NRG struggling to pick back up that same momentum. Credit to VOCA for staying elusive, catching them off guard, setting up these rounds well in the second half alongside it. Double digits going to be locked in from them. This is the performance we needed to see out of this team when it comes to answering it back in this series after Nuke was just completely one-sided and it looked like they weren't really going to be able to show up. Even the start of this map as well, right? I mean, the same case is true.
Yeah.
And you look at like the first 6 rounds of this map, they win the pistol, they get forward spot back, and you know the concerns linger. But they answered with 6 rounds in a row to close off the half, and now lose the pistol and are still picking up momentum.
See if that'll change here. NRG.
He'll try putting it in Rice. Apparently it's been like hours and he hasn't heard back from anyone. Apparently he needs a tow. And no one has responded to him, so I'm gonna go figure it out.
Will need to fall off without gaining much information. Shane tagged down to 6 HP,
if that's the case.
But still makes his way to the bomb site. George in a very important spot. Needs to find something with the smoke will block off his ability. The nade, despite being flashed, Nitro will connect on that, but he loses George in the meantime. And an incendiary is tossed forward, but it will be VOCA again trying to take control of this A site, Cole.
See if they can recover. Sonic trying to escalate the play on in. No flanking present. It's going to be a straightforward retake from CT and jungle. Smoke's going to help them get through here. They have another smoke for the bomb as well, but there is no kid present right now, so they need to
go. They're running
as soon as possible. One on to Snav. They start things off, smoking
top
of that bomb here, and they still have to flush out Dia. They're going to look to ignore him. Slow spam seems a bit straightforward.
No.
They can't
What?
find his target.
Oh my god!
He got lost in the sauce right there, and somehow Nitro completely
25
avoids
HP.
him, dodging those bullets and winning the round for NRG.
It's like he traced him in the smoke, but could not get that shot in the middle of it. Just had to fire right in the middle of the smoke, and he goes wide of it. Oh my goodness. What a shame for VOCA. That could have been the death knell for NRG in this map, but instead, it is a revival for them. 8th round found. VOCA will still have enough money to get a buy up here, but should NRG be able to string another one together, we're going to have quite the map on our hands. Sonic appears to want to go out there, and he's already hit his prize picks check mark. 31 kills for Sonic.
Sonic's having a great series.
He has been exactly as we expected.
He had 17 this map.
For this NRG squad. He potent right here, is consistent, and can take fights and change rounds.
Really impressive work here. Knows that there's a lot riding on this matchup in terms of building up steam and momentum heading in to a major here. So Bringing in this level of play here, time and time again. This is the exact sort of expectations we were hoping for him to deliver on. Is that high impact rifling and very active positions and trusted by Nitro to work within the system. And right now, he's on the sticks. Just got that op sent over. He's not going to hand it as he is low. So he likes the better tools here if possible. We'll see how his opping goes. This is again another boost on the seal to late activate this play in towards window. Try and alpha up a second prong for this connector fight. There's an HE to blow open the smoke. There's a limited time left here as they got to get a move on.
30 seconds to go for a full exec.
Inching towards
bombs
the clock
under
right
window.
now.
They have to go for A.
The execute has to take place here soon.
Sonic gonna get flashed out here. It's good utility from VOCA, but Sonic's around the corner. They're gonna clear him. They do, but they can't with the fight because George is supporting. Now Sonic is able to strike for another one. Back and forth we go, but in the end, after the smoke clears, Carson will be the last one standing up against both Bro and Nitro. Spam through the box. Ticks Nitro down to 88. Excuse me, that ticks Carson down to 88. And eventually, Nitro will be the one to end him. 9th round secured for NRG.
Big time pickup there. NRG. I mean, just again, it comes down to what feels like a bit of a numbers game for
very late
them. They
exec
have
from
a nice stack of players ready to go just in time. You see Sonic rotate in with the AWP to find some damage being done. He cuts off some of the rotates, and it ends up being a very well put together triangulated setup. Or they still close it out, put themselves in a favorable position in the 2v1. Flank wraps it up. NRG closing the distance ever so slightly. You're gonna need much more rounds like that. Trusting in the rotations, trusting in the map control. That if you're gonna concede it, you got to make sure that you're holding on to these important crossfires. You have the numbers to sustain that here. Starts in. Thinking about making a bit of a move here. Gets met by a molly. It's gonna be slowed down just a tad.
I'm currently towards ramp on A though.
There is the hero AK in the round for VOCA in Carson's hands, but outside of that, we've just got the eco.
It's good, XD. Yeah, dude, red like a book, huh?
Should be an A finish. I mean, they did
Let's
go
in
towards T apartments and even hovered around B apartments, but in the end, this was always going to end up A. Not going to be easy for them with Zodic watching with the op. They probably know that. And George on the other side, who's anchored down this site throughout the entirety of the half. George is topping for information. He'll call over for reinforcements if needed, and they will be needed.
Your hair is more fucked up. What do you mean, bro? My hair's growing back. I don't know what you're talking about. More fucked up. This shit's peak. Oh, the bald clan? Bro, I ain't even bald.
Execution utility tossed up. Carson Gear rifle going to need to elevate here in the molly. This is what they're met with on the inbound. A very retake-centric setup here.
My hair density low? Yeah, a little bit.
Your player stuck in towards the left side and instantly dismissed. Nothing out of George's position. And no one rotated through CT to help. So now map control established. An extra rifle picked up here. The VOCA are on for a bit of a shake-up round. I don't know if we're NRG are going to make it an effort.
I mean, they have to. They have to go in.
Gotta go.
No way that they don't have a look here. Maybe now they won't. I don't know. Snav gets the shot. Slump waiting in CT. He's gone too. Now they can start to accelerate a little bit. They'll have to. And there goes Sonic. Pop it off for a few more. You can't stop him. Gotta go fast, says Sonic, as he gets a 4K and a 10th round secured for NRG.
I mean, again, it felt like they were walking away from that round, but they hang around long enough. Catch those extensions.
Right now. I don't know what you're talking about. This
and Sonic with another massive impact around there. 4 kills. Save them the scare of losing that. And handing it over to what was a single AK invested out of Carson. And what looked like just a straightforward victory for VOCA is again upset by the impact.
Like, those 4 frags were so quick for Sonic. You thought the round was over, and he's like, nah, I got this, guys. Don't worry. We're tied up at 10. Might go the full 24 here. Guns are out for VOCA. Again, that was
Carson
just
down to
the
59.
eco round for VOCA, so actually a lot of impact in it, and the fact that they were in a position to win was kind of crazy. They don't get that win. At least the bomb plant, which boosted their economy. Now they're going to make it. Oh my goodness, is that Zodic hovering around mid? No, that was Sonic, excuse me. He, again, looking for a fight, doesn't find it, and lucky to fade away because the util that was raining in. Now Bro's going to throw a smoke that'll be favorable for Sonic, spams through and gets the dink on Snav. And now swings again. Carson gone. This is unbelievable impact and great flashbangs thrown by NRG to set him up for these swings.
Yeah, utility damage
Tonic
and
has
flash is
23 kills right now.
here
He's
so far. Put down Carson into one-shot headshot territory anyways, the util, and then the flash finishes them off the back of the Sonic shots. And Sonic's already repositioning inside of A main now. And guess what? It's clear.
Gonna make
double up on the aggro. You can probably send one to activate on the flank here. And now it's going to come down to this B hold.
What their bracket looks like.
And Nitro looking to link up here and show some efficiency. And
I
it's
think
a
Barrel
nice
was seeing backbench
Dia
too.
Overlooks, doesn't expect that sort of peekaboo
well,
place to play in Van. And now Bro playing peekaboo as well. Able to uncrouch there and catch another trade potential off guard. This is going to fizzle out. VOCA going to try and make the last ditch effort here. Molly forces out one player, but it's all on the shoulders of just Nav. And Nitro gonna fight every which way to close this thing out.
Nitro called upon, and Captain America will deliver. 11-10 for NRG. VOCA are stuck on an eco at such a critical juncture. I feel like a timeout might be.
Plays after this. After this for
called.
NA Revival is Marsborn Skin Rave. However, I might be going to Joel.
Maybe they're thinking back upon that.
Yeah, Marsborn plays 2 series today. Or at least 2 series. They're playing NA Revival, and they also have challengers today.
Oh, if they would have activated quickly towards A, it might have been good. This round is not live. Excuse me. This is definitely not live. Because I was like, oh, what's NRG doing? Why aren't they defending the A site? But yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Right now, it's just Sonic going absolutely fucking ape shit.
Doing the old,
23 and 12 right now. He's having a great match.
Play where you just hide and spawn and play retake gun.
This could have been VOCA,
you know?
taking this.
That could be the move right there for them. But I think George may be disconnected. I mean, either way, it's definitely scary territory here. As you see NRG take this late surge of momentum, you got to be able to, pick up where you left off. And again, if you're thinking about how VOCA could have comfortably closed out this map, maybe you're wishing that you could have had that 4v5, that post plant where things were getting a little
really
late.
Look good today.
Sonic,
Who looked good?
Blasted past the 4K to save them there.
If I do go with Joel, I'll be back live again later once I get back.
This would have been much easier for ourselves.
Yeah, who the fuck did Payne play?
Obviously now Payne played versus much more difficult with NRG gaining steam towards the later stages of regulation.
I mean,
those guys, right?
Things as well, right? Like the smoke diffusal that came.
They played Mate
from Sonic.
Yeah.
Right?
Did Payne look good or did Mate look shit? That's the real question.
One is all it would have taken. That's
no, but really though, if whenever this ends, I'm gonna go after the series. I'll go hop, go see what's good with Joel, make sure he's good and stuff, and then I'll be back later. That is the plan.
Shortly. Either way, NRG are in prime position.
But I will 100% be live again today. But I want to make sure that everything's good with Joel.
See if they can bring it for the remainder. Pressure put on for VOCA.
So he's good young talent. Did he have a good day today?
Avoid off against
so it's pretty hit or miss.
Managed to have the same level of impact that they had in that chance to close, and then one up it in the post plant, and then shut the round down, shut Sonic down here individually. Because this is where you see Sonic pull ahead from the pack right now and step up in terms of the impact. You saw it in the last round where he's set up for flashes and aggression towards the middle. They trust that he's going to be the playmaker.
The team in rating, good.
And he rises to the occasion.
I've heard he's been playing good at their last tournament too.
Yeah, you got to shut that down here if you're VOCA.
All right, we are live this time. NRG do have presence on the A site, as you expect. Nitro was out towards mid, maybe a little bit exposed for a moment, so a faster play from Carson could have caught a frag, and this time, well, Sonic's going to take up the space again. Carson gone. They've neutralized any mid presence from VOCA. It's actually going to be an A hit. Who's waiting for George? pretty close, in fact, to Palace.
He's super
close. Effectively, and they will not. At least not on the first foray. The second wave does come through, and Dia trying to make up for that smoke spam that was missed. He gets 2. Snap finds 1 for himself as well. Bomb plant should be able to come through under these circumstances. Bro and Zodic are close by. Zodic's kind of stopped in his tracks. He's expecting a player to occupy the space in jungle, while Bro has moved up to CT and is throwing that flashbang.
Oh
they
my
trying to
god!
set each other up? Well, just beautiful shot from Bro either way.
Have 1v2. It's
I think they were a little cautious there.
Yeah.
Snap's footsteps earlier, but
I think
now
he was seen.
His position just spotted, confirmed there, and Bro laser focused on his location there. Will knock it down in the end. They deny the heroics of this half buy. VOCA trying to put 1 more on the board there, keep NRG at bay from 12, but they'll claim it no matter what the case is, no matter who they have to call upon this time. Bro in the late stages, but still Sonic 2 with the liftoff.
Spray from CT.
Finding the opening pick there, finding a way to help out George on that A side, and Bro, these 2 players here that have gotten the prize picks check marks. Bro going to be added to that tally so far.
Sonic with 40 frags and only 19 deaths on the series. And I think he has well above 120 ADR. Bro actually going to get that prize picks check mark for more than 30.5 frags, so good on him. He's had a decent map for Mirage for himself. But the heavy lifting has been done by Sonic. And now VOCA, they've saved up for this. Zodic gets the openers. Carson with the trade, but that's onto Sonic, which is probably a good thing given how many points he's given them. Sonic
though. Good
will
molly. Tetris and the swing
throws
under.
the incendiary, and Bro is activated from underneath Palace for 1. Throws the nade immediately into Palace, and then puts the pressure on Dia, who doesn't know what to do. He's caught between 2 mines. Do I fall back? Do I go through the smoke? Do I try to take the fight? VOCA are really reeling right now.
So slow to activate as well. They're hoping Carson could thread in something, but he's just posted up,
now. Yeah.
expecting maybe a flank through apartments right now. That's where his crosshair's located. And time's going to continue to tick off the clock.
How are you feeling today? David,
no
I'm doing
to
good
adjust
today.
their
How are
positioning.
you doing today,
You got to
Mr.
find a way to flash off.
David, I did hear Mates lost today
presence right
earlier
now.
to Pain, though.
And that
Cody
just
told
feels
me.
impossible.
I am about to
At
dip
least
after the
Sonic is
series,
rotating
Enzo, because
before
Joel's
CT
having
so
some car problems, and I'll be back later tonight.
Just the one with the flashbangs. It's so difficult to get that flash from that position for the offer. George getting a 1. Sonic finds the last, and it's all Dia in a 1v4. The first foul, but only 15 HP remains. Bullets whizzing past his head. Finally decides to push out, and that will be his undoing. Final frag goes the way of Nitro as NRG take the series 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, great step up there in the closing statement coming through out of Sonic, and then Bro as well getting involved when he was given a lot of A-side targets to actually deal with the execution.
All right, chat. I'll be back in a little bit. I'll keep you guys. I'll let you guys know.
Sonic with a consistent map by map.
I'm heading out though. Let me go help Joel. Let me see what's going on with him. I'll be back later tonight.
If they don't win them,
if I need to too, we'll do a challengers cast as well.
Those rounds with confidence.
Should be easy enough
to win there. And
look, I'm not a good mechanic
for this NRG team is they are first grand finalists.
Can't do a fucking
and I mean,
swap.
at least for VOCA, they're the ones that come through and are able to contest.
I don't got no engine lift.
Losing so one-sidedly.
All right, chat. I will see you guys in a bit though. Enjoy NA Revival. Enjoy the rest of the Bucharest matches for the day. Maybe I'll be back for the next NA Revival matches. Maybe I'll be back for Grands, and then we'll go into challengers. But let me go help Joel. I'll catch you guys. I'll catch you.
NRG just storm out. They get these.
I'm sorry we're short. I'll post something in Discord before I leave as well. 07.